What if I told you that one of the most audacious heists in British history involved the crown jewels themselves? Imagine this: the very symbols of royal authority, locked away in the heart of a fortress, guarded day and night, suddenly vanish, or so it seemed. Who could pull off such a bold act? And why does this story still intrigue historians to this day? The tale of the crown jewels theft is a story of cunning, desperation, and one unlikely hero whose quick thinking saved the monarchy from embarrassment. But let's start at the beginning. How did these priceless treasures even come close to being stolen in the first place? To understand this incredible story, we need to travel back to the year 1671 during the reign of King Charles II. England was still reeling from the effects of the English Civil War, and the monarchy had only recently been restored. The crown jewels, symbols of royal legitimacy, were stored in the Jewel House at the Tower of London, one of the most secure locations in the kingdom, or so everyone thought. Enter Colonel Thomas Blood, a man whose name would go down in history for this infamous caper. Blood wasn't your ordinary thief. He was an Irishman, a soldier, and, above all, a master of deception. Once a staunch supporter of Oliver Cromwell during the English Civil War, Blood found himself on the losing side when the monarchy was restored. With no love for the king and a reputation for daring, Blood concocted a plan that defied all logic, and yet it nearly succeeded. But how do you even get close to the crown jewels? They weren't just lying around in plain sight. The collection, which included the coronation regalia and other priceless items, was kept under the watchful eye of the tower's official keeper of the jewels, a man named Talbot Edwards. Blood's plan hinged on one critical factor: gaining Edwards' trust. And this is where the story takes an even stranger turn. Disguised as a clergyman, Blood befriended Edwards over several visits to the Jewel House. He even went so far as to arrange a fake marriage between his nephew and Edward's daughter, a clever ruse to make himself appear trustworthy. Over time, Edwards grew comfortable with Blood, and on May 9, 1671, Blood made his move. That morning, Blood and his accomplices arrived at the tower under the pretense of viewing the crown jewels. Edwards, unsuspecting as ever, unlocked the chamber and allowed them inside. The moment he turned his back, the thieves struck. Edwards was overpowered, bound, and gagged. Blood then pulled out a mallet and proceeded to flatten the royal crown so it could be hidden beneath his cloak. The scepter was broken in two for easier transport, and the ceremonial orb was stuffed down another accomplice's pants. But just as the thieves were making their escape, fate, or perhaps karma, intervened. Edwards' son unexpectedly returned to the tower and discovered his father tied up and unconscious. Raising the alarm, he sent guards scrambling after Blood and his gang. A chaotic chase ensued, with the thieves barely making it out of the tower before they were caught. Now here's where the story becomes even more unbelievable. You'd think a crime like this would earn Blood a swift execution, but instead he was taken directly to King Charles II. And what did the king do? To everyone's shock, Charles pardoned Blood. Not only that, but he granted him land in Ireland and a royal pension. Why? Some say the king admired Blood's audacity. Others speculate that Blood held secrets about the monarchy and blackmailed his way to freedom. Whatever the truth, Blood walked away a free man, and the crown jewels were returned to their rightful place. But the story doesn't end there. The attempted theft left a permanent mark on the history of the Tower of London and the crown jewels. Today, the regalia is displayed in the Jewel House, protected by high-tech security and armed guards. A testament to how close the monarchy came to losing its most prized possessions. So, was Thomas Blood a daring rogue or a reckless fool? And why did King Charles II spare him? Perhaps it's a reminder that history isn't always as straightforward as it seems. One thing is certain: the crown jewels may shine brightly as symbols of power and prestige, but the real treasure lies in the stories they carry. Stories like this one, of a theft that almost succeeded and a thief who became a legend. What do you think? Was Blood's act one of desperation or brilliance? And could such a heist ever happen again? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating tales from history.